Welcome to another movie review, where I bring you on a horrible journey, or maybe a good one, who knows? The movie we're watching today is called Innocence. Innocence is a film in which I've watched it once, but at the end of the day, I don't remember anything that really happens in that film, so sit back, relax, get yourself a drink, maybe a snack, and enjoy this film with me. The beginning of Innocence starts off with Beckett going surfing with her mother. Though unfortunately, her mother gets into an accident and the only thing that resurfaces is her mother's surfboard. 4 months later, Beckett and her father both agree that they need a fresh start. They decide to drive and make it to their new home. The interior is very gloomy and heavy, which honestly could be shown to have implications of the situation of losing, her mother, and her father losing his wife is pretty much a hard thing to go through. I do feel for this girl, that's pretty hard. Beckett starts to explore her room, and her attention immediately goes to a closet, which usually in a horror fashion, something weird has to happen, right? And it does. Sees herself as a literal thing from The Ring, and this is how we meet her potential love interest, where she bumps into him and he drops water on his tit.
Over here, Mom.
Beckett! At last, you're here! Now, I wanted to get you your Hamilton uniform, which I think... Oh, good. It's just exactly the right size. Now, Beckett, have you met my son, Toby?
Yes.
Okay.
I spilled water on him, actually. Beckett starts her new day at Hamilton, and it goes pretty okay, but the level of enthusiasm when she enters the classroom? Do you see this shit?
Say hello.
Damn, I'm sorry that I entered the classroom. This young girl right here is Sunday, and Sunday is basically kind of built up to be like a bully. And in the later scene, Beckett goes to the bathroom and sees that Sunday has a blade on her person. Sunday brushes it off, goes to a teacher who would be revealed to be the nurse, kind of talking about her grievances. In which Beckett, for the next scene, immediately just heads outside, and this basically happens. I'm not sure what it means, or if it's story relevant.
Beckett? I'm afraid our garden is closed for renovation this year.
I forgot to mention, this is the principal, by the way. You know what that sounds giving off? It's giving off this energy.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche.
I'm telling you, it's the same energy!
This is our founder's parlor.
Why do you make it sound so magical? I'm so confused, what?
I'd like to introduce you to Sarah Wilson. She's a Hamilton mother and a member of our board of trustees.
How do you do?
And this is Vivian Carpenter. She's in charge of the upper school. We were just talking about your dad. Her father is Miles Warner.
In this upcoming scene, Beckett starts to hallucinate. She looks down at her feet and there's just a pool of blood, and she gets a little bit dizzy. This does bring concern to the women in the room, which one of them comments, oh, she lost her mother recently. This is where we meet Pamela, or the nurse in whom I don't trust. She's not trustworthy. Now this is the portion where I invite someone to watch the movie with me. For this segment, I'm inviting my bro, and I hope for his sake that it's not as bad as the Chinese-speaking vampires. Her vibes are weird, like I'm not delusional. And this is most likely flashbacks of her and her mother.
Like a family. We pride ourselves.
Talking to her dad like that.
Pamela, you ready?
Sure.
We were just looking for you.
Why are you looking at her like that? You're so weird. You're so weird.
Beckett, this is the Hamilton Alumni Book Club.
Hands off.
Shall we resume? We don't have all night.
One way to get your blood pumping on a Friday night.
Why did you say it like that? Blood pumping for a book club? What is I'm sorry, this is a cult. This is a cult.
Your nurse seems nice. First school nurse, I mean.
Stop that.
She doesn't even act like a nurse.
Oh, her necklace!
Hey!
After realizing she lost her necklace, she panics and goes to check out how to get back into school, and, well, I cannot show this scene, but she does see Sunday on top of a roof, and, well, you can probably imagine exactly what I'm censoring out.
Beckett, you mind if I come in? Oh, hi.
Why is the nurse in her
I
house?
wanted to see how you
Why is the nurse here?
Fantastic.
She's everywhere.
I found this in my office.
You could
Your
have
father,
given
he
that to
mentioned
her in
the
school.
police had been
Yeah.
here again.
Pamela brought us some dinner. You hungry?
So is she what, like part of the family now? And then like nonchalant, like she brings food over and she's just welcome to the table. Like, you're a school nurse, you're not like a close friend. But as my gut feeling was right, the moment Beckett leaves, we finally get a glimpse that something's wrong with Pamela. Thank you, I feel validated.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What if she was a
Probably did.
siren?
Pamela ended up staying.
That would make sense. I want to say something, but I don't know if it's me. Why does her audio track sound like she's on a Discord call? It's really robotic. Am I just crazy?
No, I just.
She sounds like she's on a Discord call. Like, with bad Wi-Fi.
I'm so scared.
I'm sorry, what did I do to you?
It's Sundays, Mom.
Oh yeah, that's Jennifer.
So good at being sad. Horrible thing to say. Her daughter almost squished you. You can say whatever the hell you want. I can't believe that Pamela ate at your apartment. Are she and your dad like boning hard yet?
Whoa! Hey, so I know you're the new girl, but is your dad banging the nurse? Is he getting it off?
So, John says you dated Sunday?
Held hands and fed each other French fries for a summer, but you know, that's about it.
That's romance. What are you talking
Sorry.
about? I love her. The point where I started to gather that, oh, if we're having a montage about these two girls, I bet that Jennifer most likely is gonna die.
Beckett, this is my mother. Beckett! Did you eat yet, honey? Yes, Ava. What did you have? Salad. Okay.
That's weird.
This is all she does all day. I mean, do you see the way that she looks at me? It's like I'm mold. Like she's like disgusted that I've grown this far. I really like it.
Yeah, no, she clearly doesn't like her
It says
daughter.
it's really important for me to create my own world because Ava's an alcoholic.
Oh,
Well,
yikes.
my dad's an alcoholic. What if they want
that
to dance
sucks.
together sometime?
And past all this, we get a shoehorned romance about Toby and Beckett, and they use like skateboarding as a way to get them close with the most basic things ever. But this film likes to shove romance and step away from the horror. That the damn nurse, dude, she's really has him.
Baby home sooner.
She got him so fast.
Help me, will you? She's kicking my ass.
Like, how desperate is he for someone?
That or she's just not human.
I just thought it would look incredible on you.
That looks like it's like a blue trash bag that you put your trash in.
This is
That just looks like the fabric you put on the chair, you know what I mean? Like a sad deflated balloon, not a dress.
Much money, and she bought her that?
Is there like a significance? Because if she has all this money, you can buy more than a deflated balloon. Beckett goes to bed, and then she proceeds to hallucinate Sunday, who is asking her to comb her hair. This sequence lasts for a minute until her father wakes her up, and then she goes back to having another meeting with the counselor at the school, where she gets prescribed some medications after this, which the medication does end up playing an important role later in the film. I want more spookies. Feel like nothing's happening.
No horror shit happening.
Brought you my old dad. Sort of.
What was that? That was weak.
Why don't you try?
Yeah.
I got you.
Try what I did, balls. I'm going to blame him.
I better not see that damn nurse.
Where were you?
I saw her in the background! Why can't she leave? Oh. Oh, stop touching her hair. Why are you so touchy-feely? Oh?
Oh.
What the hell is that banging? It turns out the banging was literal sex. I can't make this shit up. We have not figured out what the woman Pamela is in the film. There's just a lot of the romance. Nothing is being explained. I want to go home. God, her mom is something else. Oh, I hate it.
Oh. I feel like she's going to
Ah! Stop! I feel the pain. Oh, I'm actually
I
holding.
feel it too.
Ah! I'm holding my stomach. Are you excited for the horror to come up? No! You're getting skateboarding, cute interactions. I don't know why you're still here. I don't even know why I'm still here with my bro. I think me and my bro needed peace. Since these two lovebirds are alone, Beckett tries to kiss him, and which, like in a movie fashion, the mom enters and is like, "Get the hell out of my house!" Wait a minute, where the hell did all my footage go? Elder! Oh my god. Shoot up my SD card. It's probably because I was so busy that I didn't get to contact him. Maybe he can suffer for the last 50 minutes of footage that I lost. I guess no one wants this perfectly, conveniently placed line. Oh well, I guess I'm just gonna have to leave it here. Ta-da! Elder, never, ever chew another SD card.
I got hungry. You didn't feed me.
That was my footage.
You didn't feed me. That's your fault.
After Beckett gets caught by Toby's mom, she's met with Pamela, who basically starts to tell her not to rush into things because, well, she's concerned for her well-being. She has like a cup of tea in her hand, and then it's red. She glides her hand right in front of Beckett's eyes, and it's normal. With this film, you just gotta accept things constantly. Spooky.
But now we're hitting the horror aspect.
Is it though?
She knows something's wrong with her pills. Is that why she's dumping them?
No, though she didn't know in the beginning, but I guess she knows now.
How'd she figure it out? There was no, like, I feel
Trust-
like I'm missing.
Trust me, with the recap I did, with the 50-minute footage I showed you that was condensed into 10, you still don't know. It doesn't even matter.
She just, for some reason, like, oh, pills, huh.
Basically. After she closes her locker, she immediately turns around. Sees two ghost girls, but they never explain why she sees them, or if she's hallucinating. But then she's like, huh, I should go to this locker that's not my own, open a book, and then, whoa, find a piece of paper that you probably could print out at your local library with the two missing girls on it, and then she gets jump scared by the sound of the jump scare. I'm not kidding. Damn.
So Dr. Kent bailed on our session. I was going to see if
After that poorly executed jump scare, Beckett's like, you know what? I think that Sunday's suicide is probably connected to these missing girls, though we're not going to acknowledge how I found this paper. And then Jennifer says that her mom knew those girls. So, Beckett immediately decides to go to the last person on Earth, the nurse, Pamela. And then Pamela's like, don't worry about it. And also Ava, aka Jennifer's mom. She says that Ava's just unwell and not to think about it. And then Beckett decides, you know, okay. But in reality, she's a little bit iffy. In this next part, you will not believe when I say this. So, they're in class, and they immediately bring up the Odyssey, mentioning Odysseus. It means absolutely nothing. It's supposed to reference Greek mythology, but why I'm bringing this up is, as I said, you're not gonna believe it. They bring up Odysseus to shoehorn or hint at what Pamela is, and no, she's no hero, no shit Sherlock. And I thought maybe they brought up Odysseus as a way to be like, oh, Beckett would be Odysseus and overcome all these things. No!
Before in class, Sunday she had them in her hair the day she died. Look, Beckett, I don't want to play with you.
So you're drawing a connection between these two girls who drowned.
Oh, why is she talking like that?
There is a...
So what is it about Hamilton that makes students want to kill themselves?
The academics. The academics! The academics!
Her voice is what it is.
Stop! Gonna get cancelled. Gonna get cancelled.
Why I said I do this, I really don't want to read. Do I have to read?
Yes.
Oh.
The dress! It's the balloon dress!
It's the blue dress.
So good to see everyone's wonderful expressions over there.
I feel like I'm having an aneurysm.
You know what they probably did? They wanted to make it sound like there was conversation going on in the room, so they had a bunch of people record different speaking, and then they just jumbled them all together to make it sound like there's multiple conversations in a room, like a crowd. But
That's
they didn't do
what
it very well.
That's what I'm thinking, but like, it just sounds so bad. Yeah. I'm trying to be nice, but yeah.
I feel like her walking around this long and this long pause is not necessary.
Semper et aeternum. Always and forever.
Okay, so remember when I showed you the footage and how Jennifer's mom, Ava, the one that's like, she drinks water, takes supplements, this is Ava, the one that's an alcoholic.
Okay, I was
No!
why this
Look.
woman came up and was like whispering in a child's ear. I was like, huh?
After that weird interaction, Beckett wanders off on her own. She's Ava getting reprimanded by the other girls. And then she gets jump scared by Toby, who dances with her for a very long time. We put the clip on ×2, and it was so slow. It was so slow, it didn't even matter. And then they like throw in a jump scare, but it doesn't really do anything. Nothing really matters at this point. They're just throwing stuff because it's the end of the film now.
Down on that, Toby. It's disgusting.
It's fine, they clean it.
This place is kind of creepy.
You can go back out if you want, Jen.
I mean, why is vinyl a good idea?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what kind of pillows Pamela's giving to Chloe. This is Vicodin. Excellent. Am I interrupting something? I'm feeling well, so I was just looking for something to help the pain.
After being caught, she gets into a fight with her father where she proceeds to say she's drugging the students, even though she's the nurse. Beckett never brings up any other key points like, I found a box with evidence in it. I saw this. There's no other thing she brings to the table outside of she's giving the students medicine, and her dad is like, Beckett, she's the nurse.
Oh!
She sniffed her and she died. So how did we know that she's not okay? I never picked up on it. So you're telling me he came in and asked if she's okay, but that implies that he knew she wasn't okay.
I'll be back pretty late. So, the deal is, you're not gonna leave the apartment, right?
Okay.
Because she's forced to stay in her own bedroom after the incident, she decides to just go on her tablet and just search up oddly specific mythological Greek creature. And that's supposed to tell you that's Pamela. And you're just meant to just go with it. And then afterwards, she goes through a whole sequence where she calls Toby, and then they get intimate, but oh no, it's not actually Toby. And she trips out and sees like the psychiatrist or therapist, and then she realizes, oh my goodness, you're one of those things, and then stabs her in the leg, and then she just bolts for it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm even explaining anymore. You know what'd be more entertaining? Becca going up the flight of stairs to a movie theater, and then literally just witnessing the chicken jockey scene. That'd be funnier. Knowing that the creatures that the women are need virgin blood, because yeah, that was a plot line and a half, she decided to sleep with Toby, and then the next day she goes to call on Jennifer, but then she has an inkling and a red flag that something is wrong. Jennifer is gonna go take a bath and is met with her mother, and it's just implied that she kills her. Beckett decides to tell Toby on the phone, and like before, she doesn't get back up a lot of what she believes. And for a plot convenience, she took a photo that she found neatly tucked behind a mirror because that was oddly convenient at Jennifer's place. So when Toby, like, meets up with her, he basically turns her in to the two teachers because he thinks that she's mental, and then realizes, oh shit, as he goes through his phone, she's not mental. Beckett's father is freaking out because he doesn't know where she is. And so Pamela's like, oh, you know, she's fine. Like, she was just here, like, a while ago, you know? And then he notices that, like, her necklace was left behind, which is the necklace his wife gave her, and she would not part with that. And then he's like, oh shit, Pamela's bad. I have no idea how you didn't see the red flags before, bud. And Pamela just proceeds to just take him out. Becca wakes up and finds Jennifer's dead corpse in a bag. 'Cause, you know, murder. And then they're gonna sacrifice her because they need her blood. Somebody please! You're kidding me?
Please, no, please!
But it's funny, I turned off my brain when I watched this film, and now that you're, like, here, you're, like, forcing me to open up my eyes. And I hate it. I hate you for this. And then they drink her blood, and they're like, oh shit, you're not a virgin. And then Pamela tries to turn her, and then Beckett's like, hell no, spits blood in her eyes. She stabs her, they all turn to dust. Toby has no reaction that his mom just got eviscerated. That's awesome, I guess. And then the movie just simply closes where they're hugging each other, and then her eyes turn blue, implying that she's one of them. So this movie review pretty much just saved you an hour of nothing and pain and void. I'm so sorry Elder got to be there, but you're only there for 50, but I'm sure 50 felt like an hour. So what are your thoughts about this film?
My thoughts are that that woman deserved to die because she was a little bit predatorial. And that I will never be watching that movie ever.
Never again? Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever. You couldn't pay me to. Actually, you could pay me to because money.
The money, you're just a little pet. Like, all you do is, like, you know, eat food. Oh, okay.
I buy you food with money.
But if I'm paying you, then you're just giving me food, so that... Are you making me the food?
Yes, you buy the ingredients, I'll make the food.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Goodbye, everyone, and, Elder.
Bye-bye!